Traditional business wear fails in high heat and humidity, acting as an insulator that traps core temperature against the body. While textiles exist to dissipate heat and repel moisture, bringing these engineered garments to market introduces an economic failure that material science cannot solve. Online apparel retailers face an industry-standard return rate of 35%. This data reveals the financial impact of those returns. Gross revenue drops by 28%, as the operating margin is consumed by the logistical friction of processing back-and-forth shipments. This 28% margin erosion is the primary barrier to scaling technical apparel. The bottleneck isn't the fabric, it is the cost of the transaction. Solving the physical problem of extreme heat remains economically unviable as long as this distribution friction persists. Orbital Climate Systems entered the market as a high-end, direct-to-consumer technical menswear brand, optimized for tropical climates. This physical presence provides the testing ground for a scalable technology layer that represents the company's true core business. Orbital follows an AI studio methodology, building a targeted physical product to address a personal pain point while extracting a separate software-driven infrastructure. The apparel line functions as a Trojan horse, a validation engine designed to refine an enterprise-level B2B software infrastructure. Consumer products generate immediate market attention and user engagement, creating a high-fidelity feedback loop for underlying technical experiments. Using a physical capsule allows the company to bootstrap its technology using real-world market signals, moving faster than internal laboratory cycles. For this strategy to hold, the physical product must meet the highest functional standards. Orbital developed Heat Tolerance Shield V1, a dark graphite textile with hydrophobic properties that cause moisture to bead and roll off the surface instantly. This material allows the wearer to maintain professional aesthetics in environments with 88% humidity, but even the most advanced fabric cannot prevent margin erosion if the user orders the wrong size. Precise fit is the definitive requirement for profitability in technical apparel. Sizing represents the central bottleneck of the D2C model. Standard e-commerce relies on static sizing buckets, small, medium, and large. Human morphology varies too significantly to fit a diverse population into 3 or 4 rigid categories. Static sizing forces compromises. Shoulder width, torso length, and waist circumference break the boundaries of the rigid sizing box. These collision points represent physical discomfort. In e-commerce, discomfort translates into return labels. This mismatch is the source of the 35% return rate. Most brands treat this persistent friction as an unavoidable cost of doing business. Because standard sizing mathematically guarantees a high volume of returns, survival in the digital age requires an adaptive approach. Orbital's proprietary solution is known as adaptive tolerance engineering. Rather than static buckets, a 3D inference engine calculates spatial fit dynamically. It uses primary inputs like height and weight to shift the wireframe's base proportions. It then layers secondary metrics, calculating shoulder mass and joint spacing to refine the output. By analyzing 15 biometric factors simultaneously, the engine generates a bespoke sizing code for every unique user. This eliminates the guesswork of online shopping by matching garment specifications to individual geometry. Integrating complex 3D inference into a checkout flow introduces the risk of latency. If a 15-factor calculation takes even 3 seconds, cart abandonment rates rise. Orbital hosts this engine on Cloudflare Workers' edge nodes to solve the computational delay. Edge computing moves the processing away from a central server and into a distributed network closer to the user. This proximity ensures real-time execution. The system returns the custom sizing code with 0 perceptible lag. The customer sees a high-end interface, while an intensive computational workload is managed behind the scenes. Zero-lag execution ensures the complex AI model operates not as a barrier, but as a completely frictionless conversion catalyst. Orbital deployed the physical capsule to early adopters facing extreme climate stressors. Every purchase and avoided return provides ground truth validation for the 3D sizing engine. This live data stream is used to continuously refine the adaptive tolerance engineering algorithms. By selling apparel, Orbital established a profitable data collection mechanism. This contrasts with traditional startups that must burn capital to acquire their first million data points. The apparel brand acts as the market-facing engine that proves the core artificial intelligence is ready for global scale. With the model validated, Orbital moves to the final stage of the AI Studio playbook, enterprise licensing. Global retailers are seeking technology to recover the 28% operating margin currently lost to returns. Under this licensing model, Orbital's API node branches out, allowing enterprise brands to integrate the sizing engine into their own checkouts. Transitioning from D2C goods to software infrastructure enables a substantial scale shift, processing millions of transactions across the network. The unit economics of software licensing are significantly more efficient than manufacturing and shipping physical inventory. Solving a localized physical problem in Miami led directly to the development of a global digital infrastructure. Orbital Climate Systems demonstrates that the most effective way to deploy a complex enterprise AI solution is to integrate it within a targeted consumer product.